Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Howza Life. This is my wife, Syeda Fatima Ali.
And this is my husband, Muzaffer and Sr.
Okay, now it's very important for a couple.
When they're newly married.
No.
Yes.
No.
You need to build your relationship
Look,
first.
whether you're newly married or you're like, you've been married for like 30 years.
Go to Tehran to
You know, there's no point in me even saying this because loads of people out there who've been married for 20 plus years are going to be like, look at them. They've just gotten married and they think they can lecture us. And you know what? You have a point. You definitely have a point.
Maybe we're still going through that.
But still, okay, fine. To the couples out there who are more or less at the same stage as we are, whether you're with your spouse a lot of the time, whether you see them all the time, whether you hardly get to spend time with them, things won't fall apart as long as your relationship has a purpose. That's the main point. Now, alhamdulillah, me and Syeda, we know that our purpose in life is only and only to serve Allah. That's it.
And we're trying to do it together. I think, alhamdulillah, I feel really, whenever I do something with Muzaffer, I feel really happy. I feel like, oh, we're doing it together for Allah. So I think
and look, we're not saying this to brag about ourselves or anything like that. God forbid. We're saying it so that, inshallah, the next generation, and maybe even the generation of today who are married, will realize that, look, that hadaf, that direction needs to be there. Her father once asked me, Muzaffar, how do you find my daughter? I'm like, what is he trying to say here? That's kind of a weird question. And I was like, she's all right.
That's an obvious question.
He looked away disapprovingly and I was like, were you expecting a different answer? He said, well, when Imam Ali was asked this by the Holy Prophet, he replied, I have found Bibi Fatima al-Zahra to be the best companion in worshipping Allah. That's what the purpose of a marriage should be. I'm terrified of heights.
And that is why I decided that we'll go to the mountain of Khizr.
See, as Howza students, you don't often get time to, just relax and go places, but this time we did.
But because it was Friday.
Anyway, legend has it that the mountain of Khizr is related to the Prophet Khizr, alayhi salam. And the view from up there is extraordinary. We were able to see the entire city of Qom.
It's so good. We could see like the shrine of Bibi Masma Qom from like the top.
So anyway, I got dragged out of bed on my only day that I get to rest. And we ended up going to Tehran.
Got this ticket, 10:30. Yeah, we're going in now, inshallah. So we took the train, and oh my god, the train was so good. Like, I loved the train. It was like, I was impressed. I was like, is it gonna be good? Like,
I thought it would be some rickety old thing that's about to fall apart.
So basically, just to go to Tehran, we slept only for 2 hours. We woke up really early.
Yeah, on a Friday, which is the only weekend we have.
Usually we're sleeping on Fridays. We're like just relaxing, but this time just to go to Tehran, we're like, we need to do this. We woke up at like 7.
You said we need to do this.
Well, I wanted to go at 7 o'clock. We're in Tehran now. We just got off the train. It was 2 hours long.
So when we arrived at Tehran, we were looking for, somewhere to visit and...
We asked the taxi drivers and they were like, okay, the funny thing about Iranians is, when you ask them where do you want to go, they're like, you should go to a park.
Oh man, Iranians just have this obsession with parks. Everywhere they find a patch of grass, they just sit there and start having a picnic. You need to have somebody with you who knows where they're going. Neither of us knew where we're going.
So we literally just went, and then as soon as we got off the train station, we went to a taxi driver and we asked him...
Yeah, as you do. You always go to a taxi driver and say, hey, can you take me somewhere? And the taxi drivers will always turn around and say, park? We'd be like, no.
No, and then the guy said, oh, there's a really nice area where they have zoos and like...
And that's how I got my own back on Syeda, because she's afraid of...
animals.
Yeah, she's terrified of animals. So I took her to Tehran Zoo. Then we arrived at the booth and written in big letters was 7,000 Tuman.
So basically we're come to a place called Tehran Zoo. I've never been to a zoo in my life.
That's not a turkey. Oh yeah, there might be a type of turkey.
That's a papaya moon. Oh, look at that.
See, it's moving, it's moving.
What's that?
It's a type of snake.
It's a snake.
I don't think it's dangerous. It might be though.
I'll make a video of you walking around.
Fucking look at this majestic creature. I've got it.
That's so cute. Cheese?
Is that cheese?
Yeah, that's mozzarella.
Let me just see what's in.
Also, because it was Zohar time, there was like a place where you could pray. It was like a tiny hut. I think they made it into a prayer room.
Okay, so then
cool.
this often happens that when you go out with the family, what happens is you have the time of your life, you know, you're enjoying yourself and you forget about namaz. It happens. And sometimes people will say, you know what, I'll just let it go qada and I'll read it when I go home. Don't ever do that. If you can't find a place to pray, find a place to pray.
I remember a day when me and my sister, our namaz was getting qada, and there was like a dollarama. Who are people in Canadians know dollarama, okay? So we prayed outside dollarama, like literally there was a corner, and people were like staring at us like they thought we were gonna do something now after praying. So, yeah.
Allah
Akbar.
In today's world, even to do a simple act of praying, of glorifying Allah has become like a revolutionary act. So do it.
So we prayed, and then we left, and someone told us, oh, now you can go to a theme park that's in Tehran. It must be like 40 degrees.
Yeah.
45 actually.
Feels like it.
So hot. And wearing abaya. And so we asked the driver to take us to like a good place to eat. And then he took us to a good place to eat. But that area, oh my god, it was so good. There were so many shopping places.
This place is exactly like Tooting. Except it's Iran.
Like me and Muzaffer, we like shopping, but if the stuff is cheap, we don't like expensive stuff, okay?
That doesn't mean we're cheap people.
No, we like... Muzaffer's going crazy in this hat shop.
I've searched 3 years for this shop.
We got to a point, right, where we decided, hold on a second, the taxis are, you know, the fares are building up and this is getting too expensive. There's got to be a cheaper way to travel. And you know what? There was.
You know how in London there's like underground tube?
Yeah.
You call it a tube, right?
In the big cities in the world, like in America, you get subways, right?
Yeah.
And in London, we have the tube.
Yeah, so we just got this paper which has like
Hold this.
directions, where to go, the route, like where do you want to go, so you just follow by the light. This how this is like an underground tunnel thing, so it's like metro. So you put this card, you buy this card, and if wherever you want to go in Tehran, you can use this card the entire day. And the best part is that when you take the metro, right?
Wait, I want to say it. Okay,
let me say
wait.
it.
So, when I used to work in London, right, one of the things that really irritated me is when it's a really hot day in London and you're getting crammed, jammed, packed into one little carriage of an underground train, right? And that, you know, somebody's got their arm up and, you know, your face is in their armpit and everybody smells bad and it's horrible. And the worst part about it, if you're a practicing Muslim, is, you know, the women, you know, you can't help.
You just notice them.
I didn't notice.
You notice the girls.
I didn't notice them.
Notice them.
There's nothing to notice.
You should put your eyes down.
I do.
Lower your gaze.
My point was.
Did you?
Syeda, please. My point was that there's segregated coaches.
Yeah, so there was like a sign where it said women only, and like while standing at this waiting for the train station as well, like all the women were like sitting in another spot and the men were this side. So
Now,
it was like,
it's not impractical either, because The main carriages are mostly for men, but women also can go inside. So there were times where it wasn't.
So we're a couple, right? So we like sat together in a
Right.
place.
So it wasn't too crowded. So me and Syeda would go and sit together. And for all the single sisters who are studying in the country, or university students, you know, young women who are working, sometimes they just want their privacy, and they have that. You know, the country offers it to them. They can just go into the women-only carriage.
But the shopping centers were like proper, like how it's back in the West, you know, like they were like so, and there were like so many shops that we went to like a shopping area. So like it was so long that we were like, we can't go any further because there's so many shops.
Just a quick and very, very important point here. We're not comparing Iran to other countries for the sake of, you know, the West is now the standard and we want to comply to that standard, and that's how we measure whether a country is developed or not. It's not so much, we're not saying it because of that. It's more because, look, the Islamic Republic, Iran, the system of wilayat al-faqih, the governmental system over here, which is based on the teachings and the principles of Islam, we're trying to show that, look, there is a beautiful balance between the deen and dunya.
And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode.
If you do have any questions or queries of your own, do feel free to send them to us. Make sure you're following us wherever you are.
You can find us on Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Telegram, and
Facebook, Shia TV. Don't forget Shia TV.
Yep.
From my wife, Syeda Fatima Ali,
From our husband, Muzaffar and Sr,
we bid you Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.